Garrett Blevins here with another workout video. Had a lot of good feedback on the mid-workout ramblings, so I think I'll probably keep up this format, especially since it's much easier for me to upload more frequently if I'm doing some of the voiceovers in between sets. So anyways, day one this week, going on Tuesday, and I've got a little bit drop in reps this week as I start to get ready for an intensification phase. Some people might call that a strength block, but anyways, leading into the meet, USAPL Raw Nationals. So getting ready for that, about 8 weeks out right now. I'm going to have some safety squat bar work today and some incline benching. Again, still working variations so that I have something to move over from in the strength block and then build on. It's important to have that in your phases. If you're always doing the competition lifts, they're going to get a little stale, and it's good to hit those movements from some other angles as well, especially as a more advanced athlete or even as an intermediate. So anyways, going to get back to the workout, probably have a couple of sets in here, and then talk to you about the powerlifting programs that I've been working on recently for novices and early intermediates. Well, pretty sure that's got to be a rep PR, because I don't usually do sevens. So 335 on the bar, plus whatever extra the safety squat bar weighs. I think it's 70 pounds or something like that, so 350-ish maybe, I don't know, maybe 360. But boy, those win me. I got 2 more sets. They're supposed to be drop sets, but I'm going to try and do one more with this weight, just because it's only a 5% drop. If RPE goes up a bunch or something like that, I'll make an adjustment, but I really feel these, doing them beltless, I mean, it really gets my core pretty well. So I think it's going to pay off big once I make the change back to low bar, and especially as I'm doing that with a belt. So anyways, on to probably what you're interested in, some of you. That is powerlifting programs. I am working on a free novice program. Just waiting to get a little bit more feedback from a few other coaches, and then that'll go public. I have a early novice and a late novice version that I've been working on, as well as an early intermediate. I'll probably have an early intermediate, mid intermediate, and late intermediate programs offered, but it gets a lot more dicey once you start getting into the intermediate programs, because the cookie cutter nature of the program starts to break down, and it's not as effective without some customization. So I'm still trying to figure out exactly how to do that, but I'm pretty happy with how the novice programs are looking right now. So that's one thing. Pretty much the way they work is you're going to be testing on the early novice a few times a week. It's not exactly precise. It's not all based on a weekly format. Instead, the programs are really oriented around how long does it take you to set a new PR, a rep PR to be particular, and you're resetting the same rep PR. If you have a new max, let's say your 1 rep max goes up 10 pounds, well, you can probably set all new rep PRs with all the rep ranges because you're stronger. But if you're repeating the same rep range and you're having to beat that each time you go to it, that's a legitimate progress that you can see. It's not the same thing as just going in and getting a rep max on something like I just did, where it's a new PR, because you're doing something you've never done before. So that's what the program's based around, and the time in between testing is lengthened depending on how advanced you are and how long it takes you to reset your max. And so that's what the programs are based on. It's not how strong you are, it's not how long you've been lifting, how experienced you are, what you've done before. It's purely how long does it take you to set a new rep PR. And so that's what the program is based around. You can stay in whatever phase for however long you need to stay. I'm going to try and have at least a little bit of direction with it, maybe through videos. I have a lot, probably for sure, my most watched videos that I've ever put on YouTube were a powerlifting programming series that I did a couple years back. And while those videos are sound and the principles that they're based on are sound, they could use some updating for sure. So if I can find the time, I'm going to record a whole new series on a powerlifting program for strength training. And it'll have various parts in it that cover various areas, but it'll kind of be the way that I see programming, which has been taken with, I don't know, I think I've been lifting for about 15 years or so, and been on programs for most of that time. I started out, I had a coach in high school who put me on a powerlifting or on a program for strength training, and I never really trained purely instinctually. I've always had a set plan and a program I worked with, because I always figured if I'm not checking my progress, if I'm not doing something that forces me to do stuff I don't like or I'm not used to doing, that I'm not going to do it. I'm lazy sometimes, and I don't feel like doing stuff. If this was not in my programming, I would not be doing 7s with a safety squat bar right now, because they suck. I hate this exercise. It's like one of my least favorite exercises of all time. But those are the types of exercises you need to do. And you can't just go in and do curls and tricep extensions every day and expect to have good results. Which, on that note, as I've mentioned before, saw an interesting Instagram post. It was something about slow reps don't build mass or something like that. I don't know if anybody's necessarily going to argue that you need to lift the weights quickly. Slow reps have been used in bodybuilding for a long time, especially what's called high intensity training, which is kind of a misnomer because it's low intensity training done really slow. But regardless of that, they had a picture up of I think it was Dan Green, Brandon Lilly, and a couple other people. I can't remember who they are. But they're all jacked. They're all jacked out of their minds. And they do powerlifting programs. Now, they also use performance-enhancing drugs, but even if you take 15% of their physique away, it's still a crazy physique. I think any bro out there in the gym would be very happy if they looked 85% as big and as cut as Dan Green. So take away the PEDs, they're still monsters, and they train hard. And they train with compound movements primarily. Doesn't mean you can't do some dumbbell finishing work or something, but long story short is to say, you can still get big and strong doing powerlifting and strength focus. You just need to throw volume in. So anyways, I need to delete some stuff out of my camera. I've been recording these long videos, so I think I've packed up my SD card, so it cut me out right there. But anyways, I'll get back to the workout. We'll have some more footage of the second and third set, which I may have play over the last part of this monologue. I don't know. We'll see what I do with the editing. In any case, getting back to the workout. Whew. Well, so wanted to recap a little bit in between the first week of this training cycle and this week, because the reps are going to start to drop off, so it's a good time for a comparison. Now, I was doing 7s today with safety squat bar instead of 8s. But I started my 8s with 2 sets, not 3, and it was 2 sets with 275 on the bar to begin. And that's just 2 45s and a 25. I know the bar weighs more than that, but I just kind of ignore the extra weight on the bar because it's too hard to calculate. I'm not smart enough for that. So anyways, this workout, 1 less rep, but was able to do 335. So that is, what is that, 60-pound increase? And after that, I was doing for sets of 8, which I'm still doing today, incline. I was only able to do 225 for the sets of 8. And now I'm doing 275. So that's a 50-pound increase. And all that is neurological adaptation. It's not like I got crazy strong all of a sudden. But that's something to note when you're in those off-season blocks or when you're in those phases where you're training alternate lifts. They kind of blow up. And then you take that increase in strength and you put that into your strength block. And oftentimes, because you have a higher base with some variations, that raises the ceiling that your competition lifts will have. At least that's the theory, and it seems to work pretty well. But probably not going to drop set this either. I did a crazy long pause on the last rep and even paused the last 3, which I hadn't really been doing with incline, and they still moved really well. So I'll probably do all of these touch and go just to make it a little easier on myself, except for maybe the last rep. But should have a 5% drop on this, but I'm not doing the drop because don't need to do it. I kind of undershot my RPE, but I don't want to go up heavier than this either and overshoot it now that I've already fatigued myself one set. So it was supposed to be an RPE 9. Probably if I did one more rep and paused it longer, it'd have been an RPE 9 anyways, or RPE 10. So close enough is what I'm going to call it. But those are the types of increases I've had so far. Be interested to see what high bar pause squats is going to turn out like later in this workout. But I think I started with 275 on high bar pause squats. Might have been lower than that on the first week. It might have only been like 225 maybe because I was so tired. I think I just barely got through it with any weight on the bar. So anyways, things are improving. Work capacity is increasing, so that's going to give me a good place to taper from. Can't really do a taper if you're not tapering from anything. So I don't know. We'll see how things are going, but so far so good. Oh, I don't know about this. It's feeling pretty heavy. Oh no! Help! Help! Terry Crews! I need your power! Ah!